Hey, this is MJ, Dean of Dating at Future Marriage University, and if you're wondering if you're really cut out for marriage or if you should just stay single, then this is the man-to-man memo for you. I actually had a young man ask me this question a few years back, and I thought it was high time I address it here because this situation was incredibly common. In fact, it's likely to be your situation. Of course, as this guy pointed out to me in our discussion, the Apostle Paul expressed the desire for every man to be single and celibate like he was. And while that was true, I reminded the guy that the same Apostle Paul in the same chapter of the same book of the same Bible also admitted that despite his personal wishes, he realized that most men simply weren't cut out for a lifetime of sexual abstinence. So I asked this guy how he was doing in the area of sexual self-control, to which he said, maybe not so good. I asked him if he had a problem with porn, to which he admitted he did. At that point, you don't have to be an expert in human behavior to know that this guy was probably struggling with sexual fantasy and masturbation. In the words of Paul, this guy was burning with passion. Can you relate? If so, do you know what Paul's recommendation is to those who struggle with sexual self-control? It's just 3 words. You should marry. Look it up, 1 Corinthians 7. Am I saying that if you're struggling and failing in the area of sexual purity, you should just get married to fix that? No way, Jose. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Because while marriage is the absolute best reason to wait for sex, sex is the absolute worst reason to get married. Because marriage isn't about sex. Sex is about marriage, and marriage is about relationship. All of that to say, Paul isn't pointing to marriage as lust control. He's pointing to marriage as our only biblically sanctioned outlet for sexual fulfillment. So if it's in your heart to enjoy sexual intimacy, Paul says the logical conclusion is that you should pursue marriage. So if at this point you're thinking, that's me, I urge you to stop wondering if you're supposed to be single and celibate. Odds are against it, at least according to Paul. Instead, you should get real serious, real fast about preparing for marriage because your sex drive is trying to tell you something. It is like God's indicator light showing that marriage is likely part of your density. I mean, your destiny. So, should you beef up your online dating profile? Not necessarily. Start asking out every single girl at church? No. No. No bueno. No bueno. Stand on the street corner with a sign that says, "We'll marry for sex." Only if you're joking. Actually, not even if you're joking. Don't do that. No. No bueno! More than likely, you first need to make sure you're personally ready to date. In addition, successful dating means understanding the difference between the goal of dating, which in your case should obviously be marriage, and the purpose of dating, which, believe it or don't, should not be marriage. You also want to cast a vision for your dating life that's at once practical and compelling, and definitely far bigger than finding a marital sex partner. I talk about all those other things in other man-to-man memos and Love Ed episodes for which you've been seeing links up in the top right hand of your screen, and for which you'll also find links at the end of this video. Thanks for watching. This has been MJ, Dean of Dating at Future Marriage University, with a man-to-man memo for you.